So, hey guys, how are you all? Now, obviously, with the situation for a lot of people and stuff just now, art lessons aren't easy to do. And I was doing Zoom ones and putting them up on the Facebook page, Miss Ray's Art Lessons for Kids. But unfortunately, a lot of the online learning platforms at the moment aren't allowing Zoom. Things have changed over time. So I thought the easiest way to do them and bring them back to you was to pop them on the YouTube channel that I've got, and then you can share links with it. To begin with, what we're going to go through is some simple elements, the visual elements. These are great to learn from any age. I start in primary school and work all the way up to high school, obviously going in more in depth and in more detail with them. But I start with the basics at primary school, and you can really start from any age. What we're going to look at today is patterns. So the main visual elements that I focus on, and I do introduce all of them, but the main ones I focus on predominantly at primary school: colour, line, pattern, shape, texture, and tone. Sorry, my mind went blank there for a minute. Tone, always, kids obviously know it is shading and stuff, but I try and keep it as true to what they will get when taught art at high school, so they begin to learn the language and the vocabulary that goes along with it as well. So what we're going to have a little look at this morning, and you're not getting to see inside, I'm not getting any sneak peeks away. And all these videos are sort of pre-recorded, so they may come up, I may make reference to something that could have been like a week ago and stuff like that, but it just depends when I have the space to get them up and when YouTube allows, because sometimes it can play games. So we're going to have a little look at pattern today, yeah? And hopefully you can see this super cool. You know, I always work from my phone, so you can get a look at the picture from above. So there you are, we're looking at the element of pattern. Line obviously comes into this as well, but for me the main focus is pattern. Yeah, and here's another one there, okay? Now you could do this with pens, pencils, crayons, it doesn't matter. How we start is, first of all, you can draw it in pencil or you can draw it in pen. I tend to work with pen straight away, predominantly for the reason that it saves time. You know, you draw this beautiful picture and you have to go back over it. But to build a child's confidence, or if you're watching yourself and you're a child, to build your confidence is you could work with pencil, go over it with pen and rub it out. I often work with Sharpies. I'm not trying to sell them. It's just when I work with a colour, if I draw a black line in Sharpie and work with coloured pens on top of it, the coloured pens tend to not smudge. If you don't have Sharpies in the house, you're working with another type of pen, that's cool. What I would do is I would do it in pencil, do all your colour, and then very carefully do your black line last. The reason being that the coloured pens will often smudge in with the black. So what you want to do, the main focus is the pattern, it's not the picture itself. So I often start off with just a really simple landscape, and I want every line to meet another line, so there is no sort of gaps. You know, you want all the lines. I'm going to take that down there, and we can have the little, it could be a river, it could be a path fading off into the distance. So if you want it to look smaller, make it go back into the distance as you go back. I'm going to have some water there, yeah. Maybe we have some bushes, trees. Obviously I'm working quite quick, guys, in terms of I don't want the videos to be too long, so you can get on with your work. So say there's loads of ideas on Miss Ray's Art Lessons for Kids Facebook page as well, and you can do that. I would keep away from adding animals or things in. You could maybe add a little boat. Look, a simple boat, triangle on each side. There's a little boat on the water. Yeah, something like that as well. I'm going to put a few more hills in the background. And maybe a sun. You could leave the sun like that. You could put some clouds in the sky if you want to break up the sky a little bit. I quite like putting sunbeams in, but I take them right to the edge of the paper. The reason being is that in each area we make with the lines is where you're going to fill the pattern in. Yep, so you don't want any spaces because each single shape that you've made with your lines and broken up the page with your drawing is going to be the area where that you're going to do lots of different types of pattern and colour, yeah? So the next step is, can you think of as many different patterns as possible? I say to people, try and keep away and work on not just doing lines in different colours on every side of the page, you know, you just don't want straight lines. So I might start with, let me do a, 1, 2, 3, change direction, 1, 2, 3. I could have used different colours here, that would be quite cool. So what I'm doing is doing 3 lines, making sure they are in different directions each time. It's a bit like a patchwork quilt. And you can see when I work, I move the paper around. I make sure that I'm comfortable when I'm working. I'm not straining or stressing my body. And I think the most important thing, no matter how old you are, be you, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 17, 43, 69, do you know, 81, have fun with art, keep it light. There's far too much of a heaviness in a picture of what art should be and being perfect and stuff. So keep it light, keep it fun and playful. If it's not, man, make it, yeah? Do you know, so we could think of other types of lines as well. I could simply have, because we're looking at patterns, different patterns. Look around your house. Like sitting in front of me just now, I'm working quite quickly. Just for the sake of you, I won't do too much more. You could have zigzags, you could have stars, you could have stripes, you could have crisscrosses, you could have wavy lines. The colours don't have to be realistic. Do you know, I've just made a tree pink and blue stars. Or you could stick to quite realistic colours, it's up to you. Yeah, and you keep building it up with lots and lots of different types of pattern until you eventually have something like this. I'll zoom in a little bit closer, guys, so you can see it. Yep. Until you have something like this. And you can see I've even used the word water as a pattern inside the water. And I'll just flip to the other one there so you can see all the different types of pattern in that one. So remember, what you want to do is start with a simple drawing for a landscape, and then your main focus is pattern. Different types of pattern, different colours. You can repeat it in different areas, and that is the main visual element of pattern we're looking at. It is fun, and it's good fun, it's amazing, and the pictures are super, super effective as well. So I hope you enjoy that, and we'll be back with you with loads of different ideas. As I say, there is so much on Miss Ray's Art Lessons for Kids on Facebook, loads of pictures of work we've done with the kids, other kids' work and stuff, so go and check that out as well. Take care and have a great week.